Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and so we're here with the start of a new module where we're going to start talking a little bit about some stuff, right? So before we really, kind of get started here, we're going to start with some sort of word association that pops up, right? And so we'll start with a little bit, right? So we'll start with cocky, right? So think about what you think about cocky, right? Or something like that. So, you guys have probably met some cocky individuals. You probably know what that means, right? You should also think about arrogant, right? Another great word that's used all the time. When you feel someone, you call someone arrogant, right? It promotes a feeling, right? You also have tough is another word that can come up, right? You have rude as well is another example. Stuck up. All these are kind of related. If you think about other words that are going to be, you have, maybe hard, and that's part of tough, right? But then you could also throw in, some other words, right? You could throw in chill. You could also put in, funny, or, all of it, right? So all these words are related in some way, right? If you really think about it. So I'm going to give you guys, a couple seconds here. You can maybe pause, think about how are all of these words related? In what way, right? Because at the same time, right, cocky and arrogant, they're related, right? But how does that relate to tough? Or stuck up is related to cocky, arrogant, or whatever, but how does that relate to someone being chill or funny, right? Those things don't seem to mix together, and yet I'm telling you, all these things are related. So have you figured it out yet? Do you know what the mystery of this puzzle is? I have news for you, right? These are some of the choice adjectives used to describe yours truly. Adjectives to describe me via Rate My Professor, RMP. That is the common log. You can go there right now, and you can find me from when I taught here at Cal State San Bernardino, as well as at UT Dallas as well. These are common recurring themes, right? And they show up not only just in the, in Rate My Professor, but sometimes on occasion they do pop up in SOTIs, right? But you know what all these words are, right? Is that you have this mystery of what these words because these are very different, right? I mean, there's some people, this comes down to, right, is that there's two groups of people, right? The ones that are hating me, or I guess, I don't know why it's green, but it shouldn't be. I guess we'll use red for love, who hate me, right? And there's very few in the middle. So it's really, it's an interesting dynamic for me, right? But what all these words do, right, is that these are, these adjectives are coming in, and what they're really doing is that they're being posted on Rate My Professor, and what they're doing is that they are labeling me as an individual. So when we think about, if you call someone cocky or arrogant or stuck up, they're tough, they're rude, if there's someone's chill, if someone is funny or whatever, right? All of those have different impacts and meanings, right? Because what we do is that when we ascribe someone these words, so when we give people, we say, hey, you are funny, or you are a kind, caring person, or, you're a jerk, you're, really rude, you're not considerate of other people, right? We look into the impact that these labels have on people. And that's the key metaphor and comparison for this, right? Is that we have, we have these words that come into place, and we look at the impact that these labels have on people and their behavior. And so we don't necessarily, maybe we'll explore some of the ones that have been used against me, or maybe we won't. But all these words may or may not have an impact, right? So, there's, of course, the one perspective I could really take these to heart and I could use it to shape, how I view myself and how other people view me, or I could not at all, right? And so what we'll talk about this week is how the labels that we give to people, the labels and their subsequent impact on a person and their behavior. So that's the ultimate goal, is what we'll talk about in this module. So I think this is a good place to stop, and then we'll pick up and continue explanation for the next video.